Sparks Road, Chapter 9, The Scar. So, instead of reading you this story, I'm just going to tell the story about Chapter 9. I was about 2 years old, and it was wintertime. It was freezing cold, and my mom was running out doing some errands and needed my dad to watch me. So, and she was really reluctant because Dad didn't really watch me that much. And he kissed her and pushed her out the door and said, "All I have to do is give her a bath and put her to bed. How hard can it be?" So right away he got busy and started the bath. In the bathroom, it was a 1950s house where you had to light the fire pit right there. And so as he did, he lit it up and it already started to get warm, and he drew the bath, and I'm already shaking off my clothes and ready to get in, and he realizes right before I get in that he had forgotten to get my clothes and the towel that was left out on the bed in my bedroom. And so he tells me, "Wait right there, I'm gonna go get your stuff and I'll be right back." So as soon as he runs out of the room to go get my stuff, for some reason I turned around and pushed and shut the door. Click. His heart dropped. He's like, "Oh my gosh, she's in there with fire and the bath is running." And so he comes running back to the door, and the door is locked. And now here I am, 2 years old, trapped. He's like, "Ellen, come to the door, let Daddy see you." Before you know it, I'm crying because I realize that I'm stuck. And so he's like, "Come on in, try to turn the lock, try to turn the door." Still, then I really start bawling and wailing, "Daddy!" And I'm super upset. As I turn around, I noticed on the bathtub, Mrs. Potts. She was a red teapot with big blue bright eyes, who I love to play with in the bathtub. So I went from the door and ran over to the bathtub. And as my feet shimmered away, he was like, "Oh no." So he ran around from the outside of the house to the window where the bathroom was, and he could see me, and I was stretched as far as I could reach, all the way up to reach Mrs. Pot. I was hanging onto the shower curtain, leaning up with my chin up, trying just as hard as I could to get to Mrs. Potts. The next thing you know, my shower curtain that I was holding on to busts and falls down and busts me in the chin, as my dad has to bust through the window to come get me like a firefighter. I was bleeding all over the place, and he ended up having to take me to the emergency room, and I got stitches all in this chin. It was about 6 stitches, and to this day I still like to say, "Well, Dad, how hard can it be?" Anyway, Chapter 9, Sparks Road. Check it out.